Hey, concrete fans. Welcome to the Joy of Concrete. I'm Mr. Concrete, and today we're going to talk about sealing concrete. Make this. You can make this. Let's get right to it. I've got 3 cactus planters. This one has not been sealed at all, and we made this recently. A friend of concrete, a good friend, Dragon. And he wanted to know about using wax as a sealant and if it would melt into the concrete or if Arizona sun would melt the wax and cause probs. If you are a friend of concrete and you buy materials from Concrete and you subscribe and are part of the Joy of Concrete, you experience the joy of concrete. If you have a question, I want to try to address it as best I can. And I really feel like the best way I can address any question is a video. So here we go, Dragon. Here's a freshly cast piece of concrete, very fresh. And I am going to just give it a light misting of water. Why? It's hot here too, Dragon. Arizona is much drier than Edmonton, Alberta, but we have been experiencing a heat wave and it is very, very warm, and my concrete is somewhat drying out. And I'm going to just, I'm going to get a little bit of overbleed of blue in there. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to show you what I would do if I was finishing a piece and I wanted to seal it. Here's what I would do. First, give it a spray of water and a wipe down, a little wipe with my hand. It was pretty clean to begin with, but I'm looking for places where blue is a common color that will bleed into other colors. And some of that pigment is deep down in, it is there forever. Some of that blue pigment is topical and it is just adhered to the surface of the casting, and we can just kind of wipe it off with our glove and get a little bit better definition. Number 2, I have a clean, fresh rag right here. Right here, very clean. And I am going to apply a waterborne acrylic curing compound to my freshly dampened and washed concrete. You want to see what I use? Vocomp 30 water-based acrylic curing and sealing compound by W.R. Meadows, Seal Tight. And I wish this was my product. I wish W.R. Meadows was paying me money to say I like using the things that they make. They are not. I'm doing this just strictly because I think this is the best way to do this. Vocomp 30. I've got a damp object, a damp concrete object that is fairly fresh, about a week old. This could be done as quickly as in 12 hours. And now I'm just gonna rub the object with my Vocomp 30. I don't want to see the entire surface darken, at least once, nice and dark. There we go. Make it look saturated with water, and I'm gonna just keep wiping, and I don't need to belabor the point of what I'm doing here, but just keep wiping in. There we go, and that is beautiful. That is sealed. Boom, Dragon. That's the first stage. We seal it. We seal it with a little bit of an acrylic. You can use whatever you want, but I'm going to suggest you use W.R. Meadows Vocomp 30 acrylic water-based curing and sealing compound. Why? Why? Because I've used it for at least 7 or 8 years now. And, you know, a ton of projects. So I can tell you, it's wonderful. Enjoy. Stage 1, let that chill. I would let this chill for, I don't know, 24 hours at least would be nice. We don't need this anymore, but thank you, W.R. Meadows. I love the things you make. Now we're going to do something very rare indeed. And I'm going to take off, I'm going to wipe this area down nice and clean, and then I'm going to take off my gloves. What do we have here? We have a beautiful cactus planter made with marbled concrete with mineral pigments. Cactus planter. Here we go. Stage 2, the second phase of our making our surface beautiful. I'm going to apply a wax. Now, a wax, any wax, a wax can be applied with or without an acrylic sealing compound on top of it. Depending on the usage, you may do multiple coats of acrylic. For something like a decor object, it's a cactus planter, 1 or 2 coats of acrylic is plenty. As you keep applying acrylic, waterborne acrylic, it will build up into a coating. I recommend starting with waterborne acrylics because they're very user-friendly. And waterborne acrylics are the basis of most tile sealants. So let's say you're in a place, a town, that you cannot get W.R. Meadows products. I doubt that's the case. If that is the case, I am blown away because, yeah, there's no chance. There's no chance you can't get W.R. Meadows in whatever town you live in. But if that is the case, any tile sealant will work. Most tile sealants are waterborne acrylics, or at least a good portion of them are. And the 30 in the Vocomp refers to how much acrylic solids are in suspension in the solution. Vocomp 30 is a 30% suspension in solution. Okay, I just finished wiping a nice coat of wax onto this cactus planter that has previously seen 1 to 2 coats of acrylic sealant, acrylic curing and sealing compound. I've wiped some wax onto it. My hands are feeling very moisturized. And now I'm just giving it a buff of wax. Now, you could do this without sealing the concrete. I like to seal the concrete first because it can lock down your color a little bit. And it gives the wax kind of a surface to sit on. I would rather the acrylic soak into the concrete and fill any capillaries and pores that may be present in a freshly cured piece rather than wax, because wax on unsealed concrete tends to darken it. Oh, this is getting good. Here we go. Are you watching me? This is how you do it. I'm giving you a quick video tutorial on how to apply sealants to a piece to make the piece look beautiful. Make it look beautiful. And just, you gotta buff it. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry, but you gotta buff this. Look at this. And here we go. We're getting very close to the end. This is time consuming, but we're gonna run through it. Is it boring watching me buff wax into a concrete cactus planter that has been marbled with integral mineral pigments? I do not know. We're almost at the end of the video. It is time for some shout outs. Mary from, I believe, Georgia. Big shout out to you and all the concrete work that you do. I love it. I love what you do. Diane, wherever you are, big shout out to you. Mr. Viking Dane, hello, hello. Thank you for watching. Much love sent in your direction. Dragan, Hamid, how are you doing? Hope you're making concrete things. Hamid, you're up next. Next week's video is coming to you courtesy of Hamid. Had a big question for me, and I intend to answer it with a video. Look at this. Gorgeous. Can you imagine a cactus in here? Amazing. Thank you, everyone out there in the YouTube universe. If you liked what you saw today, please like and subscribe to this channel. Click the bell for notifications. These are boring things to say, but they need to be said because that's how YouTube works today. I'm sorry, everyone. Spirals. You love that? Look at that spiral. This is it. This is it right here. Make this. You can make this. Good night, everyone. I hope you learned something about sealing your object. Dragan, do not worry. Your wax will not melt in the sun and wash away off your piece. Do exactly what I did. Or change it up. Don't do the sealant. You don't have to if you don't want to. But I recommend a quick sealant and then the wax. It'll be perfect. Thank you. Thank you. See you next week. Good night, Mr. Concrete, the joy of concrete. Good night.